Today I want to talk about enthusiastic expectation, about the power of faith, the power of expectancy, and the power of draw. When I have a vision, when I have a goal of what it is that I want to have happen in my life, I set this goal and I hold it in my mind with enthusiastic expectation that it will be coming about. I hold it with energy of anticipation and that it is happening. That when we have a dream, a vision, it's already created in the spiritual world. And what we're doing with our own physical actions and the power of our mind is that we're bringing it into the physical. So when we have this enthusiastic expectation, when we know that something is going to happen, we're so clear on, it's not just oh, that would be nice, that would be fun, I'd really like that, or even I would love that, but the decision that yes, this is going to be happening. And we don't know the time, and we don't know the actual, all the details. Ernest Holmes in this thing called You says that it's like you get to choose what you plant. You plant a tomato seed. You choose that you're going to plant a tomato seed. But we don't get to choose how many branches that tomato plant ends up having. So we get to choose the what, and God gets to choose the how. How is this going to happen? We want this experience, and God has a bigger picture, and it's easier for that energy to kind of line things up in a way that works really well. So when we have enthusiastic expectation, it makes it easier because we feel that draw. We feel the pull of the future that's calling us. So I have been spending at least 6 months on trying to find copies of this book, because in 2007 or 2008, the publisher was changed and the book was incredibly altered. It's not the same book at all. And in talking with the church that this is associated with, and all the people that would own this book, they own the copyright for this book, they said, finally, you should just buy the new copy and have it be part of your discussion group of, gee, look, this is different. But I feel like it's been so altered that it's not the same book, and so much of the examples have been removed that I feel like I didn't want to do that. But I held in my mind that I would get copies for the women that are coming this weekend to my retreat. I really wanted them to have their own copies. And I've searched and I looked for, my original intention was to send them a copy at home so they could read it ahead of time. And I had a really hard time finding copies, or that weren't in super bad shape and written up, looked like mine, that had like lines all over it and highlights everywhere. And but I found this week on Amazon, I found what looked like new copies published 2007, and I thought, and I decided to just put my faith in. And I knew that this was a vision of mine. I really wanted this to happen, where they could have their own copy of this book. And so I decided to order them, and with faith, trust that they were going to be the right version. And today I got the box. We had some shipping issues, so it was supposed to come Sunday, but it came today. And when I got them out and I looked and I, took excerpts from my book and found them in this book, and they are the same book, and I'm so excited. But I think that being open to receiving what it is that we are asking for. I think sometimes we put up a block and we convince ourselves that, oh no, that's not going to happen. I could never find a copy of a new copy, and let alone 10 new copies to give to people of this book. And I decided at the moment that I was ordering that I was going to suspend that judgment. And I was going to put on this sense of faith, put on this draw that this was something that was calling. I really wanted to be able to provide these books for folks. And then today they're here. So when you're facing what seems like an obstacle in your vision, when you have a goal that you're headed towards and you're not sure how that's going to work out, to kind of put on that sense of faith, that belief that the divine has your back, that things could work out the way you want them to. To have that anticipation, that expectancy that things are coming your way. It's like getting a package in the mail. You have this idea, you have this vision, and then you just kind of wait. Not saying that you don't get to do the work, because you do have to do the work to make that happen. But you'll get the idea of what that work is. You'll get reminded, you'll get insights of what actions, what steps you can take. And they aren't difficult when you know that God has your back. They're not a struggle when you understand that you are supported by the universe. So I invite you this week, if you're facing something that seems impossible, to go ahead and put it in the hands of God. Put your faith in the fact that this desire came from that urge inside you. It came from a part of you that wants to live more fully in the world, to shine more brightly, to share your gifts. And I do want to put another welcome to those of you who are thinking about coming to the retreat. We have a couple more spots left, and I would love to see you. And if it's something that's really calling you, listen to that and come. It's going to be an amazing weekend with community and connection and really wonderful food. A very nurturing, wonderful time here at Marmot House in our old growth forest. Blessings.